Welcome, y'all.
Hey, Kyrstin, I should have got you to do the grandma. I love it
welcome, y'all.
Yeah, I love it when you do the grandma.
The granny welcome.
Granny welcome. It made me laugh just thinking about you doing it after you did it normal. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Colin behind the camera.
Gang, gang.
Hey. Gang, gang, he said. I don't know what that means. You'll have to explain that to me later.
Some silly thing you just say.
The kids say gangs shit all the time. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Because we're such gangsters around here.
It's that gang.
What you drinking?
Absolute berry. They're actually really good.
Is it? Mm-hmm. And you're a little tiny bit hungover?
Good bit hungover, yeah.
But you're feeling okay?
Yeah.
Good.
All right.
I'm glad you're here.
Yeah.
Anything new?
Nothing too new.
Nothing too new?
No.
I saw y'all's Halloween pictures.
Yes.
You were dressed up like Alice in Wonderland.
That was so fun.
That was great.
That was fun. I probably enjoy it more than my kids do.
I love dressing up.
I like doing the family costume, and hopefully that doesn't die out.
It will one day.
I know.
You know.
I'm going to force it.
Enjoy it while you can.
For the rest of their existence.
Okay, y'all, don't forget, if you want to support the show, go to Patreon/grits, Patreon/grits. Olivia is a Patreon member, and she also recently ordered a hoodie. And Olivia, I emailed you because that particular hoodie has been discontinued.
Oh, damn.
At my supplier. So I put another hoodie on there, and I think it's black, but you wanted a pink one. So you can just go into that selection and choose the pink one if you would like to reorder that. But thank you for your purchase. And if y'all don't know how to go get Grits merchandise, go to the website, www.gritswithasideofmurder.com. And there's a tab called swag, and we've got all kinds of cool stuff you can buy. As seen behind Kyrstin is the blanket. I love the blanket.
I do love the blanket.
All right, are you ready?
Ready.
This one's crazy.
Oh, I'm excited.
We're going to talk about a lady named Amelia Elizabeth Hobley. That was her name when she was born.
Hobley.
She was born in 1836.
Okay.
In Bristol, England.
Okay.
So we're going across the pond.
Yep. Here we go again.
Victorian times.
I love it.
So I had to look up exactly what Victorian times is, and it's a period between like 1820 to 1914. Victorian times pop culture. Do you want to know?
Yeah, tell me what you got.
The first postal system, called the penny post, was introduced in 1840.
Damn.
This is all British.
The penny post.
Yes, the penny post. Queen Victoria was born in May of 1819, hence the Victorian times.
Yes.
The Victoria Cross was introduced in 1856 to award bravery in the Army. And in 1870, it became compulsory for all primary age children to attend school.
Compulsory?
Yeah. However, it wasn't free.
I bet not.
So the poor families couldn't afford education.
So did they get in trouble if they didn't send their kids to school?
I don't know. I don't know. It's sad to me. But this whole story is going to take place in Victoria times. And obviously there's no living witnesses.
Right.
So one place that exists is called the Thames Valley Police Museum, and all the evidence relating to this case is still there today.
That's cool.
Yeah, you can go see it.
I'll let you know when I get to go.
Yeah. Let's go together. Boat
I'm
trip,
down. Hell yeah.
Or plane trip.
We can call it a work trip because
that's right. We can
we're
write
fact
it off.
finding.
That's right. Okay. So during this time period of Victorian England, people lived in, I don't know if I'm saying it right. Is it Victoria?
Victorian. I think it's Victorian.
Okay. The people lived and died by their class. You know, if you had money.
Yes.
If you didn't, you were probably going to die young because you didn't have money for medicine or education or. Okay. So wealth dictated.
I'm picturing Bridgerton.
Oh, I love that. I love that
that's
show.
kind of what I'm thinking of while you're saying this, but I think that was later, huh?
I don't know the time period that that's supposed to be set in, but even if it was during this time period, those people were all wealthy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
These people we're going to talk about today are not.
Super low class.
Like, there were a lot of neglected and abandoned children.
Oh, yeah.
During this time. So, and there was no social services. So 1 in every 12 women were as a prostitute in this.
Damn.
I mean, think about you and your 11 of your friends. 1 of y'all was a hoe.
Damn.
Well, that could be today.
I mean, yeah, nowadays, if you was a hoe, you making money.
So children had a high mortality rate, to say the least. They would find babies dead under bridges, at railway stations, and orphanages wouldn't take a child born out of wedlock.
Really?
Yes.
No bastards.
No bastards.
Damn.
That's
like
the children who need to be
majority
taken.
of the people.
Yeah. So the powers that be try to make laws to stop people from having sex outside of marriage. What the fuck?
No fucking.
How are
Absolutely
you, how
no
are you,
fucking.
How are you policing this? Are you peeking in windows at night? Like, what are we doing?
Maybe it was like no fucking on the street, or like no fucking in public. I don't fucking know.
I doubt they had like
Sex laws.
sheaths, as they would call them, condoms
Oh yeah.
back then.
Doubt it.
Okay, so this term I'm going to use a lot. Baby farm. Mm-hmm. Baby farmer, baby farming. That's what the story is about.
Okay.
So a baby farm was a place where children could go, and the mom could actually go there and visit the child. It was almost kind of like being fostered today.
Yeah.
But
like massive.
massive.
Yeah.
Not an orphanage.
But were they selling them?
Part of it was that. Yes. Okay. Yeah. It wasn't regulated by any kind of government thing either. Okay. So remember I told you about Amelia. Mm-hmm. When you were to look her up today, you would be looking up Amelia Dyer, Dyer. Okay. So I know she wasn't born a Dyer, but if I say Dyer, I'm still talking about the same girl.
Okay.
Her childhood was good.
Okay.
Her father had a job. She was educated. And at that time, only 25% of children were even educated. Damn. So she fell into the...
You think it was majority men? Majority boys?
If I would say if a family had to choose in terms of paying...
They'd pay for the boy first.
Yeah, exactly. Everything was going well for Amelia as a child until her mom got typhus fever.
Typhus.
Yeah. I've heard of typhoid, but this is typhus. Maybe it's the same thing. Anyway, her mom died a slow, terrible, agonizing death, which Amelia watched.
See, that's sad.
And even had to help take care of her mom. Mm-hmm. She would have hallucinations. The mom would. Jeez. Like, she was just going crazy. Even later in life, Amelia would tell people her mom died of insanity, not because of the fever.
And that's probably what it felt like for her.
Can you imagine watching your mom go? Anyway, yeah,
that's not for me.
No, me either. Okay, so a lot of people say because of that situation is why she decided to become a nurse when she got old enough.
Makes sense.
Yeah. She attended the Bristol Royal Infirmary for her training. And in those days, they trained nurses to be emotionless.
Really?
Yes.
They weren't nurturing and caring, sweet little nurses. They were like, stitch them and ditch them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stitch them and ditch them. I like that. That's how they were trained. Mm-hmm. Around 1862... Amelia married George Thomas, and a couple years later, she got pregnant and had to leave her job.
Oh, that sucks.
Well, back then, once you had a baby,
you're homebound.
You couldn't work anymore.
Yeah, which I think is
again
crazy, but
that's what it was.
I know.
So to make extra money, Amelia would take in boarders into their house, like rent a room from her.
Oh, okay.
Ellen Day was one of the women who was a boarder at her house. And what Ellen Dane did, she was a midwife.
Oh, cool.
So they kind of...
A nurse and a midwife, kind of similar. Mm-hmm. That's cool.
And the way the midwife, Ellen, earned extra money, she would take care of women who were having illegitimate children. And in some cases, she would deliver the babies.
She's birthing the bastards.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes she would help get the babies to be adopted.
Oh, that's cool.
So she was, quote unquote, a baby farmer.
Yeah.
Okay. And there's money in it because...
That just sounds so terrible, baby farmer.
It does.
It's like, seems evil and schemey negative, and just, ugh.
Very negative connotation.
Yeah.
But today you pay when you adopt a child.
Well,
in this situation, the ladies who wanted to adopt their child out had to pay for the child to be adopted out.
Oh, wow.
And they were already probably not wealthy. I mean, to begin with, they were probably working class.
Right.
Okay. Or prostitutes or whatever.
The ones who are just having sex everywhere and not married.
So Amelia saw how much money Ellen was bringing in. And she's like, well, I trained to birth babies when I was in nursing school, and I can deliver babies. And she saw baby farming as a way for her to make money.
Inside the home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so about 5 years into this marriage, Amelia's husband, George, he died. He was like 30-something years older than her.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was way older. But I can't remember if I said this. She did have a baby of her own.
Right.
She became pregnant. Okay, so now Amelia has no career. She can't go back to work because she has a child. Right. She doesn't have a husband.
To take care of everything.
Yeah. So she's like, I'm definitely going to
do this
baby farming thing. Mm-hmm. But before she starts on the journey, she has to farm out her own child.
Oh, God.
Who's not an infant. She's maybe 5 or 6 years old, I'm thinking, at this point. Yeah. And she brought her child to another baby farmer. So that's another thing.
Why did she have to?
Because she needed to be able to travel around and get babies from people.
I could not do that. I couldn't do that as a newborn or baby. I definitely couldn't do it at 5.
Mm-hmm. The kid can talk at this point. Like, what the fuck's going on? Where are we going?
What the fuck, Mom?
What does the sign say, baby farm?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I can't read.
Right. Because I don't have education.
But, so she took her own child to a baby farmer. So not only, so there's the stigma of you're not a married woman.
Right.
And
you have a baby.
There's also, and it wasn't really a stigma.
I was going to say, does it work like that? Because her husband died and now she has a bastard?
No, the child isn't considered a bastard, but society doesn't
dig.
It's like you still can't go back to work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you're supposed to be at home and take care of your baby.
Right.
Well, how are you going to make any money?
Right.
Anyway, so the way that Amelia would find the babies, women would run ads in the newspaper for, looking to adopt out my child or whatever. And then
That's
also,
crazy.
I know, right? Just an ad in the paper.
Yeah.
The penny post.
That was the mail.
But whether they're illegitimate children or children whose dad had died, for whatever reason, these kids had to be given up. And these ladies would run the ad saying, I'll pay you £10 to take my child, blah, blah, blah.
Damn.
Yeah. And also baby farmers would take in, like the one girl, the Ellen did, they would take women in while they were pregnant. Because once they got to showing, they couldn't work.
Right.
The job was like, nope, you got to leave. You're showing that you're pregnant now.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a couple ways to make money.
Right.
Take in the woman. You could deliver the baby. You could adopt out the baby. You could get a baby and adopt it yourself and make money. So there's lots of different ways you can make money.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. There's lots of different ways.
Okay.
So sometimes if the woman wanted to keep her baby, but she couldn't, she would pay like a weekly fee, like a babysitting fee.
Yeah.
And she would just go visit the baby.
Yeah.
But
she was still able to work.
Yeah. But if you adopted a baby, you paid a higher fee than if you're asking someone to keep your baby for you. So you might, it might be 5 cents a week to keep the baby, but if you want to adopt it, you got to pay somebody $10 to take the baby, kind of thing.
Right.
Okay. In this time frame, there's an estimated 2,000 baby farmers in London alone.
Shit. Damn.
London alone. That seems like even today something like that would be insane.
100%.
So Amelia would see those ads and she would write letters, I guess mail them in the penny post.
Yeah.
And she would respond to the ads in the paper and she would say things like, I'm open to a boy or a girl. It doesn't matter. I just want to help take care of babies, blah, blah, blah. But she knew from the get-go she wasn't going to take care of these babies. So
she was just getting paid to take them and then...
Then I'm going to tell you what then. But sometimes when she was delivering the babies... She would smother the baby right as
What the fuck?
Listen to this. Right as its head came out. Because at that point, it hadn't taken a breath yet.
Right.
And if it takes a breath, it would turn blue after she smothered it. So this way, the baby just looks like it's stillborn.
Yeah.
And
God, that's crazy.
I know. But I mean, she's still making money off the girl because she's been housing her and delivered her baby and blah, 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 blah. Okay.
God, dang.
And the birth would be recorded as a stillborn. So it looked all legal and kosher, you know, above board.
I wonder how many people went in and just said, can you just do that? Do this for me, I'll pay you. As I'm giving birth, smother the kid so that I don't have to have it.
Gosh, why wouldn't you just have an abortion? Because they had illegal abortions then.
Really?
Yeah, but you could die from it.
That's what... I mean...
Okay, that might be a good point.
You know what I mean?
Like, yeah.
I'm going to come to you, but this is what I need you to...
Yeah, take care of it.
Do like you did for Sally.
And maybe she did.
You know what I mean?
Maybe she did that on request.
Right.
That
Special
sounded
request.
So awful coming out of my mouth. Okay. If the baby was living... The only way a baby farmer could be profitable was to underfeed the baby. Yeah.
What?
They're not going to spend money on food for the baby, so the baby's hungry.
And then it just starves to death?
Yes, but a hungry baby is a loud baby.
Yes. So smothering is the key. That's it right there.
Well, the local drugstores sold something over the counter called laudanum, and it was a liquid medication that contained opium.
Oh, God.
And Amelia would buy laudanum and give it to the babies to quiet the hunger and numb them. Oh, my God. Yeah. Yeah. And eventually the baby would die.
I heard something the other day about being given something as a baby when you're colic. And it you start withdrawing from what, I can't remember what it was. Lord. But this guy ended up being an addict. Because
his mom gave him something as a baby?
For colic.
Oh,
it was crazy.
God. Okay. Well... Not only did she give this medication to the babies, but she would take the shit herself. She was self-medicating, as we say.
Yeah.
Some people said she took it daily.
I would imagine she'd have to if...
She was killing babies.
Yeah. And then babies are crying because they're hungry. Sorry, ran out, took it all myself.
Yeah. Okay. By the end of the 1860s, Parliament was starting to take notice of the number of babies that were dying. So a high-profile baby farmer named Margaret Waters was arrested in 1870.
Ooh.
So this kind of shook Amelia and her business.
Like we better rein it in.
Yeah, we got to rein it in. And Margaret got caught because she had killed a baby, and then the baby's mom came back and found out the baby. Oops, I killed the wrong baby.
Right.
Like, what the fuck? Yeah.
Hello, I'm back for my baby. Well, bitch, that one died. Here, have this one.
Shit, your baby. Oh, my damn.
Bad. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not here anymore. They passed on. But
even though you were paying me to keep this baby.
Exactly. Daycare, you got to pick up your kid. That's not my child.
Here, you can have this one.
Right. How about just, they look the same. They both have a penis. Yes. Whatever. I don't know.
Yep.
So Margaret, whether she was right or wrong, did anything right or wrong, we don't. I'm assuming she did because she was found guilty and she was hanged.
God dang.
So Amelia's like, yikes.
Not getting hanged.
Evidence during Margaret's trial showed a connection to Amelia. Amelia had gone by several different...
Lit her shit up.
Yeah. She also went by not just her real name, but Mrs. Smith and Mrs. Harding. So she's... You know you're doing
Mrs. Smith is real original.
Well, you know you're doing something wrong if you got to use an alias.
Yeah.
Okay. The police wanted to investigate her since they found out this shit during the trial.
Right.
But she went into hiding.
What the fuck she did with all them babies?
Well, I guess she killed them all before she went into hiding. But she went to work at a mental asylum and she stayed in hiding. Remember, she has nursing skills. Okay.
Emotionless nursing skills.
Yeah. In 1872, so she's about 36 at this point, Amelia got married again, this time to a man named William Dyer. That's why she's Amelia Dyer today. She had 2 more of her own children with William Dyer. And with him, she had a regular family life.
Oh, yeah.
Everything was... She wasn't doing the baby farming thing.
Because he was taking care of her.
Yeah. But then he lost his job.
Damn. She's like, I know what we can do. We can start killing babies again.
So she did. Yeah. She started baby farming again.
Did she farm her 2 out?
I could see... No, she kept them. I could see being a baby farmer for the money, but not the killing the babies part. Like if you really want to help society and you're trying to facilitate adoptions.
Right.
Or help unwed mothers in precarious situation. Right. I can see those things and getting paid for it.
Right.
But not the killing the babies part. Okay. Amelia's baby farm was looked at by police when 4 children in her care died in under a 2-week time span.
Holy shit.
She knew she was about to, her ass was about to be in a crack.
Yes, it was.
So she decided to try to commit suicide. She took 2 bottles of laudanum, that medicine she gives the babies. 2 bottles, bitch, of it.
She's probably like built her tolerance that 2 bottles ain't gonna fucking kill her ass.
That's my next sentence. Yep. She didn't die because she built up her tolerance.
Because she's cracked out on it already.
Yep. Well, in 1879, the police arrested Amelia. She's around 43. Unfortunately, even though they're pretty sure she's overdosing and starving babies, they can't prove it.
Right.
So Amelia gets off with 6 months of hard labor in a workhouse. Yeah.
Poor Amelia.
And then she's back on the street being a baby farmer again. Amelia decides to stop using slow neglect as the form of death because it could be risky if you're seen in public with a sickly or abused child.
Oh, now it's risky.
Because the government's starting to catch on to shit. Yeah.
Parliament.
So she's turning to strangulation.
Motherfucker.
Yep. She would go to the town wherever the baby is, pick up the baby. She would
get paid for the baby.
Yep. She would get the baby and the money from the mother.
Yep.
Then she would take the baby home.
Yep.
Here's where it gets horrible. Okay. I'm going to use the word tape because in several different places it said tape. She would take out some tape and wrap it around the baby's neck and pull and tie it in a knot.
Wonder if it was like measuring tape.
I feel like it was some type of string or something because I don't even know if they had like what we consider tape back then.
I bet it was like a measuring tape.
But just remember the word tape when I'm talking about it's more looks like more like a rope or something to me. Like you said, measuring tape. So she would knot the tape so the baby would strangle to death. Then she wrapped the baby up like a package, like in that brown packing paper, and tied it up in the package.
Like a fucking thing of flowers to deliver?
Yep. Wrapped it up in a package, a brown paper, tied it with a string, dropped the package in the river with a brick. The baby's already dead at least.
What a cunt.
Yes.
Wow.
So here's, she would sometimes place ads in the paper. And here's what this is a quote of what her...
Let me hear it. Give it to me.
Married couple with no family would adopt healthy child. Nice country home. Terms, 10 pounds. So she's basically saying, oh, we don't have any kids of our own. Yes. We have a nice country. We just want to take care of babies. You pay me 10 pounds.
Yeah, and how many people are seeing that ad and they're like, oh, hell yeah, my baby will be fine. Mm-hmm. What the fuck?
Not only that, but I'm sure she was sweet as pie when she met with these people.
Well, and I wonder if she had it to where, like, if she was paid for those babies, the mothers couldn't come back for them. Because honestly, if you're being paid for the baby, the mom can't come back. Who the fuck knows where if the baby would even existed?
If it was an actual adoption situation, which most of the ones where she went and got them were, then they weren't coming back.
Yeah, they can't prove, hey, she strangled this baby because it was put in her care. There's no way, because that mom's not going to say, yeah, I gave my baby up.
Right. She probably didn't want anybody to know she was pregnant to begin with for whatever reason. Right. So over time, Amelia started targeting wealthy families so
Dumbass.
the money would be better.
Greedy ass bitch.
But you know what? The wealthier families had more education and they
Yes.
weren't going to be as hard to fucking trick.
Right.
Yeah. So her risk factors are going up.
Yes.
As time is going
Because
on.
you want more money.
Because you're
should've
greedy motherfucker.
You should have just fucking stayed low key, kept your little 10 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're killing babies from who knows fucking where.
That's right.
Dumbass.
Okay, 1890. I hope I have this date right. That doesn't feel right to me.
10 pounds. How much do you think that is now?
Oh, it might be right. I do not know how much it is today. I'm going to say $1,000.
Okay.
I don't know. You want to Google it?
I can Google it.
Okay.
You talk, I'll Google.
Okay, 1890. So Amelia's around 54 years old. Here's where she's about to get her ass in a crack for real. A young governess had gotten pregnant by the young man of the house. So they put her out and left her on her own. So remember, she's unwed.
Mm-hmm.
We've already established how society feels about these women that are not wedded. Did you figure it out? What?
It's showing $12.99.
$12.99? That can't be
10
right.
pounds in dollars. No, 12,299.
Oh, that sounds right.
Yep.
So 12,300.
Yep.
Okay.
Damn.
What did I say? 5?
1,000.
Oh, I was way off.
That was close. Kind of close.
Well,
in the thousands category.
Today you wouldn't be paying someone to take your baby.
Right. No,
$1, much
yeah.
less 12,000. They would be paying you.
Yes.
Okay. So anyway, this governess got pregnant.
Okay.
She moved in with
The
Amelia.
governess.
Yes, because she was supposed to be taking care of the kids at the house. Well,
Right.
she wound up fucking somebody at the house, and she got pregnant. So she moved in with Amelia to finish her pregnancy and have the baby.
Like Sound of Music.
Yes,
She was the governess.
That's right, the governess. Yes. So this governess agreed to let Amelia adopt the baby. Mm-hmm. But she does. They do everything. She comes back a few months later, like to make the last payment installment of here, adopt my baby. But I want to see my baby while I'm
God.
here. So Amelia brings a baby out that is not the governess.
Can tell this ain't my baby.
She goes, this baby's older than my baby should
Yeah.
be. And Amelia's like, oh, babies grow fast at this time. You know, she's just
Okay, bitch.
just fucking saying shit. Well, the governess knows that's not her baby, so she undresses the baby to look for a birthmark.
Oh, shit.
The baby didn't have. I thought it was going to be like she undresses the baby and finds out it has a penis.
Right.
But no, it was a birthmark she was looking for. And so she kept going back, this governess. Because, like, even though she was supposed to be out of the, you're adopting.
Right.
it.
This is not how this works.
But now she's like bringing the police back.
Ooh.
This bitch don't even have my baby anymore. Like, anyway, her baby was dead and gone.
Well, yeah.
So Amelia once again is in the spotlight now.
Right.
And mentally she's starting to lose her shit.
I would too.
She's saying that she's hearing voices. She tried to commit suicide. They sent her to a mental asylum. Perfect timing, right?
Best way out.
So I feel like she was faking it.
Oh, yeah.
Because she never had any of these little fits or episodes when she was killing babies or
Yep.
dumping babies in the river.
Yep.
Because now all of a sudden she's on the hot
Yeah.
seat. She's going to plead insanity
Yeah.
or act crazy. All right. From the mental institution, she was sent back to the workhouse. Remember, she had gotten
Yeah.
that 6 months of hard labor? Well, she went back to the women's workhouse. I do not know how long they put her there for, but it wasn't very long.
I wonder what they could have been doing.
Breaking rocks. I don't know what they did.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
But while she was there, she made friends with an older lady. What did I say? She's 50 something now?
43, I think.
Let's see here. Whoopsie. 54.
54.
She's at least 54 when she goes to the workhouse.
An older lady.
An older lady.
So she must be ancient.
She is ancient.
Yeah.
Like when they both get out of the
little granny.
Yes. Her name is Jane Smith. Again with the Smith.
All these bitches is Smiths.
Right. When Amelia and Jane got out.
Right.
Well, let me back up a little. while they were in the workhouse together, Amelia like told Jane how she loves to help all the babies and rescue the babies. And
Like June Cleaver.
I really could use some help. You know, when we get out of here, would you come stay with me?
Bruh.
And she did. Jane. She turned into the maid.
I strangled the baby. All right, now rock him to sleep.
No, she didn't know anything that was going on with the babies.
The old lady?
Yeah. She was just a maid, basically. She made her clean. The babies that were there, she made them take care of them, change her diapers, take care
Do
of
all
them.
the stupid shit.
But like, then the baby would disappear. And Jane was like, what the fuck? What's going on?
Where's little Clancy?
She said that there was so many babies going through the house that sometimes she didn't even learn their name.
God dang.
Before they would disappear. Neighbors would say that sometimes they would see 6 babies a day come into the house.
But who's naming these babies? If she's sitting here naming these, taking the time to name these damn babies.
Well, if you're putting your kid up for adoption, but you're having to keep it until you're probably named it something, you know, because just because you run an ad in the paper doesn't mean somebody's going to come get your 10 pounds and your kid. So neighbors would say that they would see up to 6 babies a day go into the house. And they would see Amelia leave several times a day.
With little brown packages.
Yeah, and that's when she was going to put them in the river. And Jane, I want to call her Miss Jane because she's...
That's that Southern mindset.
Miss Jane didn't have no idea what was going on. But one day, Jane... Well, I mean, she was suspicious,
Had to have been.
Just, what the
like,
fuck?
where are you running all these babies to?
Wait, where's Tommy?
Right.
Wait, what's his name?
Right. We traded him out for this one.
So one day, Jane went into town and she saw I don't know what kind of building this was. I don't know if they had a social services office at this point. If this was just a store where they had pictures of crack-a-lack in it, where they had pictures of missing babies, you know. Yeah. But there was this window with these pictures of these missing babies.
That's so sad.
And Jane started crying because she recognized the babies. Yeah. She recognized some of the babies. So a lady comes out and she's like, what's wrong? And Jane's like,
this crazy
Amelia Dyer is taking these children in and they disappear and I don't know where they're going. So police went over there.
Bye-bye, Jane Smith. Miss Jane about to go in the river.
Yeah. Well, they asked Amelia, like, do you have any kind of license to be taking care of kids or doing anything? She's like, nope, I don't have any of that. So
I've been doing this long enough. I'm grandfathered in.
I'm pushing 60. I know how to wipe an ass and blow a nose.
Strangle a baby.
Yeah. So they don't have any proof, but they record that she's doing
some crazy shit.
Yeah, and they're gonna watch her. They're gonna keep an eye on her.
But
what?
Do you think that her going in and out of the asylum was public knowledge?
I do not know.
Because I'm not trying to give my baby to a crazy ass bitch.
I mean, you know, you're thinking about today how information is readily available. Yeah. Even if it was public knowledge, if you were a poor person...
You're not going to get a public records request.
Well, you're also not going to buy a newspaper every day and read.
You just saved up enough to give the 10 pounds so she can take the baby.
Yeah. So, okay. Miss Jane's still there. She's still working there. And a few weeks later, she notices a very strange smell coming from the cupboard.
The cupboard.
Yes. She found a brown package paper wrapped up in there that was emitting the smell. And the other people, like in the apartments, I'm just calling them apartments. I'm sure it was they were complaining about the smell.
So I was thinking the whole time, I'm thinking like a big, beautiful country house, not like an apartment.
No, I don't. I was thinking that too.
Like with gardens in the front.
But they said the neighbors complain, like how, like if they had something next door to me, I wouldn't smell it.
Hell no.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, eventually you might.
Maybe.
It would take a while though.
Well, either way, the neighbors were complaining.
Well, your neighbors, you would.
Whether they were close or whether they were far away, they were complaining. And so you know what Amelia did? Off to the river.
Off to the river.
But in the case of this last baby, somebody fished the package out because it didn't sink. She must have forgot to put a brick on it.
Dumb ass bitch.
Yeah. Let me tell you how dumb. When the man fished this package out, inside was the gruesome, decaying body of a baby. But also, as he kept unwrapping, was the name and address on the paper of Amelia Dyer.
God. What a stupid fucking bitch. What a dumbass bitch.
She done recycled
What the fuck?
her own mail packaging with her name and address on it.
Oh my God.
Whoop, whoop, popo.
Dumb is criminal.
Yes.
What a fucking idiot.
Well, the popo's on it.
I bet so.
At
What-
least.
That is so,
That's dumb.
you're too old to be that stupid.
She totally did that. She was
Oh
just
my
getting careless.
God.
Plus, she's fucking taking opium
And she put the
every
baby
day.
in the cupboard. So somebody must have like knocked on the door and she was about to head out with the package and just threw
Yeah.
it in there, forgot.
Either that or things. She felt like things were getting hot and she needed to calm down for a second. But then if the neighbors
was my
are
last kill.
smelling if the neighbors are anyway. Of course, when she's confronted, she tries to lie her way out of
Yeah.
it. She tries to say she's not Amelia Dyer, blah, 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 blah. But they searched the house. Do you want to know what all they found?
More dead babies.
No. Reams and reams of paperwork.
Oh, yeah.
With adoptions.
I can't believe she did paperwork for that.
Mm-hmm.
That's shocking.
Well, it had to look legit.
But
If she was going to get... This was her business.
I know,
This
but
was
to
her
me, like
livelihood.
it would make sense to just have it untraceable. Like, cool, slide him under the freaking doorstep.
Or how about if you do the paperwork, throw the papers with the
With the
baby
baby.
in the river? No.
No, because then she'd be in the same boat.
Closets. Oh, true.
Yeah.
Closets of baby clothes. And they had stacks of pawn tickets where she went to pawn the baby clothes. Yeah, you could do that. Pawn the baby's clothes.
Wow.
Yeah. 1896. Amelia's around 60. She was arrested. She was that night tried to commit suicide in jail.
She didn't say she was hearing voices now, huh?
No, she didn't die. The police started searching, and just right off the bat, 50 babies and counting. They found. They're pretty sure that she killed over 400 babies.
God dang.
Over 400. Yeah. And she finally told him,
Emotionless.
any baby that you find with a tape around its neck is mine. Yeah.
So now she's like, yep, I did that.
Well, but then she tried, so she went on trial. She tried to plead insanity, but the jury or whoever had to decide if she was sane or not was like, no, you're
Bitch,
sane.
yeah. Bitch, you've been doing this.
And the jury's like, and bitch, you guilty.
Guilty as fuck.
So on June 10th, 1896, Amelia Dyer was hanged.
Damn.
She was interviewed before her death, and she admitted that she enjoyed watching the children die.
What a cunt.
Yes.
Wow.
So, would you like to see a picture of her?
Yes.
Okay, let me show.
I cannot.
Let me show the folks.
Oh, yeah. That sounds about right.
She's really attractive.
That
isn't
looks
she?
about right. That looks about right.
Yeah, and you can have that to look at. She's just looks road hard and put up wet to me, as they say about
baby.
I just have a country cottage and
She looks like
I don't know.
I'll whenever I remember it.
So
She's a nanny from some show.
the nanny,
No, not the
Fran
nanny.
Drescher?
No, it's like Miss something.
oh, are you thinking about the woman that was on Matilda and she worked
never
in the
watched
school?
Matilda.
Okay, I don't know. So let me tell you where I went. What?
Anne of Green Gables. She
Oh.
looks like
I haven't seen it.
Mrs. Cuthbert.
Okay,
You've never seen Anne of Green Gables?
I have not. Is it good? Am I gonna cry? I don't want to watch that.
No, it's really fucking
I don't
good.
want to watch shit that makes me cry.
I don't know if it'll make you cry. It doesn't make me cry, but it's really fucking
Did Still
good.
Magnolias make you cry?
No,
You didn't see
I'm
it.
not. Yeah, I've seen it. I'm not really like,
Okay.
it's got to be like heavy for me to cry.
boo-hoo on that one.
I'm not that girl.
Okay, so if you want to watch the same video that I watched, you can go to YouTube. There's a company, I guess, or a TV show called Absolute Crime, and they did one on Amelia Dyer.
Okay.
You can even see, like, in that documentary, they go to the museum and they show some of the actual, like, paperwork and stuff where they still had it, with the old-timey handwriting and shit on it. I also went to getthespecialist.com.co.uk, getreading.co.uk, Wiki, and Murderpedia.
That is wild.
I told you it was going to be a wild story.
That's wild.
Baby farmer.
It just makes me disgusted.
They say that she's got to be the most prolific serial killer in Britain's history.
I believe it.
Because of the number of babies.
I believe it.
So,
that's crazy.
You know what I've been doing after the stories.
Yes. What letter are we on?
Take a guess.
Well, I would say maybe, I don't know how many you've done. L?
We are on Louisiana.
Yep. Perfect.
Didn't you say you wanted to be?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I'd love to hear them.
Okay. Here we go. Biting someone with your natural teeth is simple assault, while biting someone with your false teeth is aggravated assault. I guess you have.
Why?
I don't know. An old ordinance declares goatees illegal unless you first pay a special license fee for the privilege of wearing one in public.
Did you pay for that goatee?
Sir, I'm going to have to see your goatee license.
Citation. Yeah, like a liquor license.
This one. It's illegal to gargle in public places. No gargling. Fuck your fresh breath.
Can you imagine?
Fuck your fresh breath.
You'd have all these kids in prison because mine do that all the time. They'll take a drink.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Mm-mm.
Oh, yeah.
They better not do it in a restaurant.
I know.
This one cracks me up. It is illegal for a woman to drive a car unless her husband is waving a flag in front of it.
What the fuck?
Obviously, that's not enforced anymore because I drive every single day.
Did your husband wave that flag before you left the house?
I would be looking at him like, get the fuck
out my way before I run you over, waving that damn flag.
Oh my God.
So many husbands are going to go out in the front after they hear this and they're going to wave their flag before their wives.
Yeah, you guys don't do it. It's just going to cause a fight. Okay, in Lafayette, Louisiana, it's illegal to play a musical instrument for the purpose of attracting attention.
What?
Unless you have a license.
Any musical instrument?
That's what it says.
What the fuck?
Okay, in New Orleans, you may not tie an alligator to a fire hydrant.
You shouldn't tie shit to a fire hydrant. That alligator will be dead.
I mean, anyway, you know somebody did it. Or
it's still being done.
Not just like once. Like
pet.
It was so prolific that they had to make a law.
Yep.
Okay, this is going to be the last one. I am so guilty of this. Mourners at a wake may not eat more than 3 sandwiches. I'm thinking the little finger sandwiches.
I'd be gobbling them up.
The little finger sandwiches?
Yep, I'm an emotional eater.
Bruh.
Is there more sandwiches?
Not only that, but like if I sit down and eat a sandwich, 1 sandwich is enough.
No.
But if they're cut into those little cute little 4 sandwiches, I will eat 12 of those things.
And they're good.
They are. How do they keep that bread
I don't
moist?
know. It's so soft and so delicious. I love those sandwiches.
You and I are kindred spirits.
Yes, I love those sandwiches.
All right. And if you love little finger sandwiches and you want to help support the show, go to Patreon/grits. It's Patreon/grits. And anything else?
Tell your mom and them.
Tell your mom and them to listen. Thank you so much for being here. And I think we have another one scheduled. Maybe not. We need to look.
If we don't,
we need to look.
I'm here for it.
Okay, cool.
Always.
All right. We love y'all. Tell your mom and them to listen. And we're going to let Zydeco Mike take us out.
Bye.